Hi there. Thank you for joining the wisdom gap between you and mental health, a 90-day journey back to you, the Medicine Box way. I'm going to share with you the good news and the bad news of this wisdom gap. The bad news is what I'm about to present to you requires actual work on your behalf. The good news is that it also requires work, but produces profound transformative results with your dedication and commitment. Are you ready to commit to real change? How about real transformation? Maybe you're skeptical and you've tried therapy, medications, even support groups that didn't get you the results you were hoping for. You see, that's the single biggest obstacle I see when it comes to being accountable to our own health and happiness. Everyone wants different, but no one wants to change. Most people think if they get the car or get that relationship or the dream job, they'll be happy and their anxieties, depression, and even addictions magically just go away. This is what I call the wisdom gap between you and mental health. But what if I told you there's a way to close that gap where you can have all those aforementioned things while also absolving your anxieties and gaining greater insight into your true self? That if you committed to a 90-day journey and stayed on track throughout the process, you would experience real transformation. And realize that 90 days isn't that long when engaged in a practice that is giving you real results. How valuable would this be for you, your family, and loved ones, even your coworkers? How easy do you think it would be to add just a few positive actions consistently into your life, day after day, until it became habit? Now, the big old trend that I'm about to share with you today, you have probably seen or heard somewhere else. But first, we truly understand that there is so much noise, questions, and overwhelm, which only adds to your collective anxieties. So we decided to create a roadmap for you. Many folks in our community have become true believers. What you learned today, the three forces plaguing our collective society that are only getting worse, the secret tool that moms, parents, high-level executives, and entrepreneurs are using to combat those three forces, how to find a journey that works specifically for you and only you, the simple 90-day do-it-yourself bundle to create a real, lasting transformation for years to come. And how can you mindfully start deploying this in your lifestyle starting today? My name is Brian Martello Chaplin, the founder and CEO of Medicine Box. Our vision is equal parts medicine and mentorship to create full health sovereignty through the 7-pillar wisdom of mindfulness, food, music, community, collaboration, and recovery, while letting nature be the evolving medium, weaving it all together. We're committed to making a real impact on the mental health and addiction crisis and be the catalyst for lasting change in people's health and happiness. First off, I'm human. I'm also a full-time lover of nature, plant medicine advocate, cannabis cultivator, meditation teacher, a recovery coach with 10 years of sobriety, guitar player, reader, and coffee lover. Oh, and I'm an entrepreneur. And that's me. And I wanted to show you the person behind the camera, the same guy. And that photo was taken in the same spot that I'm sitting right now. So thank you all for joining. Sitting here in beautiful, lovely Lake Tahoe, California, on the North Shore, on the California side, and having a lot of fun making this video for y'all. So sit back, relax, take a deep breath, grab some tea, water, coffee, and keep digging in here. Thanks. So who is this for? Parents, executives, entrepreneurs, and humans who want an alternative solution for transforming their anxieties and renewing their relationship with the present moment. People who are open-minded are willing to take that extra step into the unknown and commit to a frequent and consistent practice to be the best version of themselves. You truly value your well-being and the well-being of those around you, those who want to be accountable to their health and happiness. Who this is not for. So anyone seeking a quick fix, quote fingers, a magic pill or panacea, this is not that. Short-term thinking, instant gratification opportunists, and I put the definition of opportunist there, you've heard it all, probably as plural noun, a person who exploits circumstances to gain immediate advantage rather than being guided by consistent principles or plans. And this presentation is going to be following the latter half of that definition, being guided by consistent principles or plans. People who believe that the world owes them something, who never stick to anything long enough to see it to its full potential. Anyone not looking for true transformation in their lives or willing to make gradual shifts in their lifestyle through suggested practices. In other words, do the work. People who just want to heal overnight, make all their problems go away without taking meaningful action for themselves. And that meaningful action piece is what we are unraveling in this presentation. So what makes this alternative solution different? What I'm about to share with you in the next few minutes is going to show you how to be rocketed into a fourth dimension of existence of which you and your loved ones could not have dreamed possible. Escape all preconceived judgments and stay open-minded with me. That's all I ask. Do you feel overwhelmed by the uncertainty of the world? That crisis after crisis is contributing to your anxiety, lack of meaning, and you're only left with decreased clarity and focus. Sick and tired of being sick and tired? I know I was at one point. Do your triggers have a grip on you that takes you away from the present moment, where not only you struggle, but those around you do as well? Do you feel struggling to get the relief you want in your life? Working too many hours, raising a family, or are on the verge of burnout? Do you wonder if there's a way to give yourself the attention you deserve to shift your perspective? Frustrated with talk therapy? I know many people are. Our medical system that gaslights us, or big pharma, who aren't there to really promote your well-being as a capital letter human, but rather treat illness and remind you of your conditions or problems. And there are no problems. These are just obstacles. Do you feel consumed with automatic negative thought loops that take you away from the things that really matter, aka the present moment, feeling like there's no way to loosen the vice grips your mind has on you? Are in a mental and emotional roller coaster where you take one step forward only to take 5 steps back because you haven't found an easier, softer way to navigate your unique human experience? Or perhaps you're just sick of playing small. Know there's something bigger out there searching for you and want to reach your full potential you know you're capable of. If that's the case, you've definitely come to the right place, and you're going to absolutely love what I'm about to share with you here today. I just ask from you to stay open-minded. So, the 3 intertwined forces plaguing our society in the 21st century, and that's Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee there heading into Mordor. If that looks similar or feels similar, you're in the right place here. Number 1, anxiety. This is a massive epidemic that is widespread throughout our country. In fact, it's over 30% of our population and increasing, where social media, polarizing ideologies, and uncertainty are the fuel that feeds its fire. You have it, or have had it, or know someone who does, but don't have a solution yet. You may think you do, but haven't identified its roots or developed a sustainable practice to integrate into your life day after day. You must develop a journey into the unknown. This is essential if you want to radically transform yourself and have real, lasting positive change in your life. I'm not talking about your traditional talk therapy, super expensive, or support groups that only speak about problems, perpetuate them, and aren't really solution orientated. I'm talking about cultivating awareness for yourself through the combination of medicine and mentorship. The human who brings forth intention, has an open mind, and puts in the consistent work gets the results in exponential effect than the one who does not. Number 2, depression, lack of focus and meaning. Probably another 20% and more in the population of the United States. And anxiety and depression are like sand and the beach. They often go together. And depression is for people who haven't given themselves a chance to be sad. We'll get more into that. Well, anxiety is what continuously seeps through the cracks of its resistance. There's a radical difference between living a life filled with worry, overthinking, and one that contains intentional practices of mindfulness and mental fitness. One works, the other doesn't. We will let you decide. We live in a crisis-aware world filled with morbid distractions, disconnection, and lack of community-centric support, only leading to more confusion and uncertainty. You've probably tried talk therapy, support groups, even prescription medications that don't get to the underlying root cause of the despair that you're facing. What you need is a program that resonates with your unique needs as a human, one that can assist with getting to the root causes of the complexities you're facing, one that has an easy-to-follow roadmap filled with suggested guidelines and exercises to transform you into the best version of yourself. Give yourself the chance to cultivate the gradual perspective shifts for yourself so you become a magnetic attraction for the people in your life, but most importantly, yourself. People will want what you have as you vibrate on a higher frequency. As soon as you can do that effortlessly, you'll become a magnetic force and gain a whole new level of clarity, focus, and attention. This is how you cultivate a deeper sense of awareness. Number 3, no alternative solutions to addiction. In last year, 100,000 people died of overdoses, mainly from synthetic drugs, with no real alternative solutions to those addictions. And think of each individual member of that large statistic. Each person had loved ones, friends, and family that cared for them. That's a massive snowball effect into our culture. After speaking with hundreds of people over the years who suffer from addictions, it's evident across the board they have no consistent or creative solutions for their maladaptive behaviors. They try and think their way out of it, or don't take consistent action towards cultivating the awareness it takes to bring the relief they desire. It goes something like this. Their anxiety wakes them up. They feel the weight of the world closing in. They hope for something different, but it never arrives. The cycle repeats itself. They say, tomorrow I'll start, and make deals with themselves that they can't keep. Nothing but empty promises, as tomorrow just really never arrives. They attempt random acts of trying, using half-measured attempts, spend hours on Google looking for that quick fix, and give up hope. They experience the exhaustive mental and emotional roller coaster as they resist accepting their internal environment, but seem trapped in desperation with no other options. And there's just some negative automatic thought loops right there. I feel trapped. There's no way I can survive this. I'm having panic attacks about coronavirus. I can't stop crying. I don't even know why. Frozen in fear. And the acronym for fear, false evidence appearing real. If it weren't for their own curiosity, just that glimmer of hope to get out of the endless loops that are holding them back, they'd be stuck in this fear without giving themselves the chance to change. If you don't have a predictable, repeatable, day-to-day protocol to keep you on track, you eventually succumb to the patterns that are holding you back from reaching your dream transformation. Now, enough of that. Let's get down to the real deal and show you how to not fall victim to these three inevitable forces and start evolving. With a winning combination of people who start facing their fears and implementing solutions. Now, I'm sure you've wondered how the people who just seem to get it got there, that they've never been where you are. Trust me, with a combined 40% of the U.S. population suffering from anxiety and depression, most have been there, but there is a way out. I believe there are two paths in the road to take. Path 1 reactively perpetuates the conditions people experience without any true therapeutic breakthroughs. Path 2 proactively creates solutions from a holistic view, taking the whole person into account. I'll let you decide which path to take. Remember, there are no obstacles in the path. The obstacles are the path. And that's a Zen proverb that we like to really enforce here at Medicine Box. Path number 1, I call the old story believers. You may or may not know you've even been sold, and aka the majority of people. Most people have been sold on the belief that they need to fix something that is broken instead of building resilience and awareness against it. If your own, quote, problems, remember, there are no problems, they are only obstacles, didn't scare you, wait until you see their big pharma solutions there as big pharma. Path number 2, I call the cognitive humanitarians, and aka, that's just a few, just a slim margin of the population. People who display sovereign control over one's own consciousness. As the ability to manipulate and monitor the human mind grows with the development of neuroscience and analytical tools, and tools that we're going to talk about today, the question of one's right to remain cognitively sovereign will need to be answered. Or cognitive liberty is another term that most people use when we're talking about this concept. And this is based on an understanding of what it means to be fully human. I'll let you decide which path to take. What is it that allows some people to develop the freedom from negative thoughts, worry, uncertainty, and develop awareness to create a well-lived life, while others still struggle to break free of their mental slavery? And Mr. Bob Marley said it so eloquently, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. After talking to hundreds of people in recovery and mental health while being involved in the plant medicine industry for years, I realized that the cognitive humanitarians have two key things present, while the old story believers have maybe one of the two, or most often, none. The truth is, if you have both of these things present in your lifestyle, a path really begins to illuminate with gradual shifts in perspective that help you become more mentally clear, free from triggers, develop increased motivation, and live a happier, healthier, well-balanced life. I guess the best way I can describe this to you is the Medicine Box interpretation of the autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson, There's a Hole in My Sidewalk. And I learned this a long, long time ago when I was doing cognitive therapy with a teacher of mine. 1, I walk into the forest. There is a deep hole in the path. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. 2, I walk into the same forest. There's a deep hole in the path. I still don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I am in the same place. It isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. 3, I walk into the same forest. There's a deep hole in the path. I see it there. I still fall in. It's habit. It's my fault. I know where I am. I get out immediately. 4, I walk into the same forest. There's a deep hole in the path. I walk around it. 5, let's walk into a different forest. Let's try that out. There's a catch here, though. Everyone wants different, but no one is willing to change. Now, I want you to pause for a moment. Close your eyes Take a nice deep breath too. And let this next point really sink in, because it's the exact opposite of what you've been doing and what all those storytellers, including the ones in your own mind out there, are feeding you. Today is an especially challenging time to live with social media fueling polarization, our medical system gaslighting us, and more uncertainty than ever. This and more contribute to the widespread age of anxiety, which further isolates us from nature, others, and ourselves. There's a catch. Newsflash, and I'm not talking about CNN or Fox. No one, capital letters, is coming to save us. Many think our government is here to help, that a new president will solve our collective problems, or that someone other than us, our community, and Mother Nature is coming to save us. Yet, everyone wants different, but no one is willing to change. But in reality, all these thoughts and assumptions are illusionary, hopeless, and, in my humble opinion, lazy. Remember what I stated before. It's about being proactive, not reactive. Would rather stick to the hopeless reactionary worldviews of path one that keep the looping treadmill of fear going rather than actually take path number two, which creates the shifts in perspective that is needed while actually cultivating real change to your well-being. And Albert Einstein, just love him. Everything that exists in your life does so because of two things: something you did or something you didn't do. Let that sink in. Now, remember how I said the cognitive humanitarians have two key things in their lives that they take action on that the old story believers do not. They have, one, the willingness to do the work we suggest while staying open-minded. Two, a journey or simple roadmap that contains introspective products combined with behavioral exercises that are simple, practical, and approachable. Now, let's show you exactly how to access this introspective journey to create the transformation that you desire, a transformation that we want you to have. Let me ask you this. Are you not happy with your lifestyle, or are you lacking the motivation, mental clarity, and purpose you desire right now? Let's zoom out for a moment. How many things have you tried in the past? Talk therapy, prescription drugs, recovery programs, support groups, Googling for hours on end that just don't seem to work. If that resonates with you, then let's zoom in for a moment. What did you do in the last 30 days to try and create meaningful change in your life? Or was it the same old story? Now be honest with yourself and take a moment and think about that. And we'll continue with the presentation. You see, for many of us, myself included, it becomes very easy to get distracted and misled by all the misinformation out there on the topic of how you should take control of your health and happiness. But the simple reality is the willingness to do the work we suggest for you while staying open-minded. That's a theme, right? Staying open-minded. Plus, a journey and simple roadmap containing introspective products combined with behavioral exercises that are simple, practical, and approachable are the only two things that matter. The cognitive humanitarians who are thriving in the 21st century exemplify these characteristics. A sense of community, they have hope, they remain open and curious, they want to be more creative and connect with the highest version of themselves, have ambition and trust in themselves, are connected to the natural rhythms of nature. Most importantly, they realize there is no quick fix, magic pill, or panacea. They have a roadmap for success, for generating breakthroughs. They know what to do with their suggested journey over the time period of one day at a time for 90 days. 90 days equals 12 weeks. 12 weeks equals a quarter. A quarter equals a seasonal shift. Equinox, solstice, equinox, a seasonal shift equals 90 days, and so it is. And there's the seasonal shift right there, 90, 90, 90, 90. Winter, spring, summer, fall, however you want to look at it. Or, in just one tree, take a look around outside at nature right now and see where you can connect with the natural rhythms of Mother Nature. And this is adapted from one of my favorite books, Hope for the Flowers. If you've never read it, it's yellow and striped. You can read it in about 12 minutes. How does one become a butterfly? She asked pensively. You must want to fly so much that you are willing to give up being a caterpillar. You mean to die? Asked Yellow, remembering the three who fell out of the sky. And who doesn't want to transform from being a caterpillar, go into some darkness, into some sludge, and break free from the triggers, anxieties, depression, addictions that have had a hold on us, a grip on us, and fly freely like a butterfly? So what does this journey protocol roadmap look like? Those are all very interchangeable, everybody. I like to use the word journey just because everyone is unique. Everyone has their own individual experience. Or a roadmap, like you're hiking or walking into the forest. Protocol is a bit more clinical. So just wanted to let you all know that that's all really interchangeable. The simple 90-day do-it-yourself bundle, A Journey Back to You, is designed to transform yourself into the innate wisdom-generating person you know you are. And right now, this could be you. Excessive social media, prescription drugs, SSRIs, benzos, drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, Starbucks, wasted money on talk therapy, endless Googling for solutions, hopelessness, confusion, lack of faith, opinions of others, comparison, bad advice, self-will run riot. In the hamster cage of the mind that it creates, the looping, and how do you get out of that? Perhaps microdosing plus community, mentorship, quiet contemplation, tracking your progress, journaling, time in nature, a healthy diet focused on cognitive function, letting go of your past, just to name a few, what I call the engage and filter method, to create a renewed relationship with the present moment. Clarity of purpose, awareness, innate wisdom, motivation, focus, just a few of those key attributes that can come with combining those practices. I'd like to humbly remind you that you always have the choice to create a new path, something different, but change can be scary. You have to courageously dive into the unknown, take a chance and break free from the proverbial matrix and explore. There's nothing wrong with exploring. Will it be path number 1 that is filled with the same patterns and triggers within the age of anxiety? Having all those Mr. Smiths, the Agent Smiths from Matrix coming because you just keep eating the blue pill? Or will you explore something different in path number 2? Become more like Neo and just let all those triggers just roll on by you. Slow down. Be more aware, more conscious of self in your operating system. By now, we'd like to think that it's path number 2. So if you're in good hands, we've got you covered. We do this by providing you with medicine and mentorship, equip you with the proper education, resources, and roadmaps to confidently send you off into your journey. We then stay with you along your journey to ensure proper guidance via free community and weekly Zoom gatherings with a like-minded community, all working towards the same unified goal. We offer a 100% money-back guarantee, special bonuses, even giveaways, all for your participation in improving your well-being. What are these products you mentioned? Well, we have 60 functional mushroom capsules with an introspective compound. I'll leave that up to you what that is. 90 nootropic mushroom botanical capsules to synergize your experience. A book of micro reflections for the 21st century. Food for thought, plant-based diet recipe book that is seasonal. Fundamentals of microdosing, micro course, education. A micro tracker to track your journey day after day for 90 days. Exposure to leading experts, community of like-minded individuals, being part of a movement greater than yourself. Who doesn't want that? A journey for your own micro-reflections, weekly Zoom calls, and one free 30-minute personal micro-consult, usually with me or one of my team members. And this is the formula that I use to shift your perspective in 90 days or to achieve transformation, whatever that may be. So intention plus introspection times frequency plus consistency equals transformation. So path number 2 really is that intention plus introspection multiplied by frequency and consistency to equal the transformation that you desire. But why should I choose this over other people, places, and things, or products and services? Ask yourself, how are those other people, places, and things working out for me? In our collective experience, we witness clients having immediate breakthroughs within 2 weeks. They are more present with their kids and loved ones. They notice the positive changes within themselves. Clarity, focus, and awareness become the norm. And here's a few of the many testimonials we have, starting with Dave W. Part of the reasoning for wanting to do this is that I have a very stressful job. I have 2 younger children. I have a lot of baggage from growing up, traumatic experiences that most people don't even realize they have trauma in their lives. And Shannon, since I've started taking Mind's Eye, I notice I am much happier. I'm much clearer. The world is crisper, more vibrant. I'm just more present and in the moment. How about Irene T? For me, I like that internal feeling when I speak to the medicine. You give yourself the chance to absorb more of your intention. Ariel, Mind's Eye has helped me get back to just a feeling of being connected, almost like a remembrance of what I'm actually here to do on this planet. These are all so beautiful. Liz, I feel so full in my life and so grateful. I feel so grounded and confident in my ability to navigate life. Who doesn't want that? I am trusting of myself and my ability to keep myself safe, supported, and ask for what I need. Now let me show you something really cool. Over 700 people just like you navigating the human experience who answered this one simple question before they embarked on this journey. What do you want to achieve by microdosing? Had these answers. Focus and alignment with my life's purpose, healing inner traumas and combating anxiety, be at peace with the world, better quality of life, better mental health, help with anxiety, depression, mental clarity, energy, immunity, and overall health. help with becoming whole again, mental clarity, loving myself again, and just opening my chakras to my mind and soul, freedom and peace of mind, motivation to let the stress out, freedom from my thoughts, control of my mental health and mind, calm and less anxiety and irritation, mental clarity to free my mind of all the negative chatter, unlocking deeper creativity and a deeper thought process, enhanced energy, motivation and cognition, better mood and focus, spiritual growth after 20 years of illness, overcome depression and be more productive, to live a better and more happy life, get rid of depression and anxiety, to be comfortable in my own skin. Let that sink in for a moment. We also surveyed this question: what do you want to know about microdosing? How to get started, everything. What is a good protocol? How to do it? How to begin? A good site to buy from with a constant focus, a reliable source. What your recommendations for it are. How much it costs and how it works. How and when to do it properly. What benefits I can expect to see. If it helps for depression and drug addiction. Where to obtain. Freedom from bad habits, the pros and cons. Where and how to access it. The hows, whens, wheres, whys, and spirituality of it. That's my favorite. How it works to live a happy, successful life. Availability, feasibility, and affordability. Beautiful. I'm willing to bet that these statements and questions are similar to what you may already be perceiving or thinking. That's the beauty of gathering a community of like-minded people, and the first step towards realizing, capital we, are all interconnected. More on that later. And we, you've probably seen those capital letters there, equals a set of like-minded individuals, and getting away from the me mentality, which is very isolating and depressing and can create a lot of anxiety when we put the weight of the world on us instead of getting more into the we mentality. Who else wants a customized 90-day journey back to you that confidently addresses all those statements and questions, one that you can courageously take on yourself for several dedicated hours of your time a week? You will finally have an alternative solution that will transform your personal and professional life with an infectious sense of joyful awareness. This is how you break free from the grips of path number one and create a new and sustainable solution to your health and happiness. And Albert again, he just keeps popping in here. A great thought begins by seeing something differently with a shift of the mind's eye. Now, be honest. Can you say you have ever taken the chance to stay accountable to your own health and happiness, especially when it comes to actually taking meaningful action towards experiencing the transformation you wish to receive? Or has fear held you back? Remember, false evidence appearing real. Maybe you've thought that someone or something is going to do the work for you, or that you have waited around to be rescued. Perhaps you have started something only to get derailed by distractions. It's okay. Life circumstances happen, or you didn't have enough patience to see it through before the miracle actually happened. And Maya Angelou stated, when you do nothing, you feel overwhelmed and powerless. But when you get involved, you feel the sense of hope and accomplishment that comes from knowing you are working to make things better. It can be as simple as that. Thank you, Maya. Now, if all you ended up gaining was more harmony around what I call the 6 C's and the values that we lead here at Medicine Box: clarity, courage, creativity, compassion for others and self, in the world, communication, and consciousness, and then some, would it be worth the journey for you? So if you're ready to transform and thrive, not just survive in the 21st century, and you want to take on a practice that actually brings relief to the anxieties that you experience, that is reliable and effective, one that brings awareness to the present moment with more mental clarity, meaning, and energy for the things that matter, that renews your innate wisdom and purpose day after day, and establish routines and rituals to show up in your life as the best version of yourself, then you really only have 2 paths to choose from. You remember path number 1, the old story believers. You may or may not know you've been sold, the one that keeps you on the illusionary treadmill that change will happen. Or path number 2, the cognitive humanitarians. This is what it means to be fully human while exploring alternative solutions to your mental health. You can click on any of the links to purchase the bundle that I speak of, or over the next 5 days, I've blocked out my entire week and set aside some time to talk with you personally and see if I can help. I really want to get you on track here. Here's how that process works. We will talk for about 30 minutes and plot out a detailed plan and journey so that you can walk away with an understanding of how to stay committed to your own practice in order to achieve the same transformation hundreds of others have already achieved. And remember who this is for: parents, executives, entrepreneurs, and humans who want an alternative solution for dissolving their anxieties and renewing the relationship with the present moment. If you want to be accountable to your health and happiness and understand that you need some skin in the game. And again, who this is not for: you remember being the opportunist, a person who exploits circumstances to gain immediate advantage rather than being guided by consistent principles or plans. If you're not willing to be guided, then this is definitely not for you. Or if you are seeking a quick fix, a magic pill, or panacea definitely not for you either. I realize there's a lot of desperation out there, but we are so confident that we can get you to the other side of that dream transformation that you're looking for. Then give it a chance. Remember, this isn't a magic pill or a panacea. Results compound exponentially the more dedicated you are. This is a personal one-on-one session. This is where your pre-journey really starts. It's the pre-integration phase. We begin working to figure out what you aspire to achieve and how to make it happen in the most sustainable way possible. Now, let's look at the value of this 90-day journey. Remember the products that we talked about too, a bit more closely, and put the total value at $2,360. And here's the 90-day journey back to you. Value, $2,360. So you get the 60 capsules, it's 2 packages of the Mind's Eye Introspection, 90 capsules of the Mind's Eye Harmonize for $475. That's 90-day supply. You get the micro course, a micro tracker, a food for thought Mind's Eye diet, valued at $341. Micro reflections for the 21st century book. I actually wrote that. I'm very proud of it. And custom Mind's Eye journal. Who doesn't like writing their notes and handwriting them? 1 weekly 60-minute Zoom call led by Medicine Box for 12 weeks. Lifetime access to a micro community of like-minded individuals, and that's free and invaluable. Total value of $2,360. However, slashing that total value down to only $637 for the course of 90 days, 12 weeks, 1 quarter, or a season, equinox to solstice, solstice to equinox. Now, let's put this into perspective, shall we? In 90 days, that $637 is only $212 per month, or $53 per week. It's less than a tank of gas, or $7 per day, the average daily cup of Starbucks. Let's shift your perspective some more. Gain mental clarity and absolve your anxieties with a program that has worked for hundreds of others. We, meaning you, do all of this for less than a cup of coffee a day and for thousands of dollars less than a weekly therapy session, and much faster and sustainably minded as well. So the average weekly therapy session is anywhere between $250 and $325 right now. Next steps for path number 2, assuming that you're coming on that path, click on any of the buy buttons below to order your bundle. We include free and discreet shipping, 24/7 customer support, and again, we're so confident in this, 100% money back guarantee after 90 days if you don't experience any shifts in your state of being. Terms and conditions do apply. Your bundle includes a free 30-minute consult, usually with me, with one of our microboard members, a weekly Zoom group to attend that is for sharing experience, strength, hope, breakthroughs, and your faith in this with others. For more information, you can always visit trymindseye.com and click Apply Now. Time is a factor, and this window of opportunity will not be available for long. There is only now. We talked a lot about that, right? We only serve a limited amount of customers per season in order to give them the full experience they deserve. We make all our products in very, very small, articulately crafted batches, and we really hope you're one of those customers in this season. So go below this video right now and click to purchase your 90-day journey back to you. And this includes a free one-on-one 30-minute exploratory call. Thank you all for listening from the bottom of my heart. Much gratitude to you all.